Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips, Journey of Truth. We're in the car today and we're going to take a ride down Highway 20. We're here on 78 at Main Street. We'll be turning left on the 20 going towards Conyers here in just the next second. It's 1:35 in the afternoon and we're taking this drive on this Wednesday to see what we can see, because there have been a lot of Walton County sheriff's cars, fire trucks, fire rescue. There's been a lot of emergency vehicles that have gone this direction. Could be a house fire, could be a car accident. Could be a grass fire. We don't know. We're just gonna go and take a look. On the lookout for emergency vehicles coming up behind me. And I have no idea where they might have went. But we're just going to take a ride. Shell station soon to be opening. I don't think there's been as many accidents back there since they put the turning lane in going into Huntington Ridge. I think that has cut down tremendously on a lot of accidents, hopefully. And they are turning folks around right here. Folks, I don't know if they're going to allow us access to walk down the road, but we're going to take a look. Pardon the moving around of my camera. We got an ambulance. Like I always say, we're not going to show anybody hurt. Well, folks, I didn't see no need to distract him, but he knew I was there. I don't see anything immediately right here, so I've got a little bit of a walk. Completely shut down both ways. That's not good. Boy, now'd be a good time to have Mama's scooter. Yeah, it would. By the way, today is Wednesday, April the 8th, and it is now 1:42 in the afternoon. Temperature's not too bad. It was cool this morning, but it's warmed up a little bit. A Georgia State Patrol. That's serious. And that would make sense. This is Georgia Highway 20, so bad news is usually they don't call them guys unless there's a fatality. It's not just a fender bender. That was somebody leaving. They might have left a driveway that was on this side of whatever's going on. Watch it be all the way up around the curves up there. We got vehicles coming up through here. Once again, unless these folks came out of this subdivision that's down here. I'm smelling some smoke residue. But that ain't enough cars of traffic. If they were letting traffic through, there would be more of a line of cars of traffic, I'm thinking. Now, if I see cars start coming from behind me, I'm going to turn around, go back to the car. I'm already dreading it. I got to walk back up that. I've been coming downhill. Going downhill though, you work a different muscle group than going uphill. or whatever it is, it's right down here. How's it going?
Been better.
Bad time to be stuck on a hill, huh? I guess a good thing that they
tried to do a Georgia U-turn like everybody else. But
I guess it's good that they already got traffic blocked. What's going on? You don't know yet?
Tons of vehicles. They've got at least eight sheriffs down there and 2 Georgia State Highway Patrol.
Well, let me walk on down this way. It's been a long walk down the hill, but
How far back is traffic stop?
they're turning it at the top of the hill up there.
Yeah.
I parked at the grocery store, and I figured, well, maybe it's just right over the hill, but once I got over the hill, I was committed to come down at least this far, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out.
I'm just slowly inching my way back. A few MacGyver tricks I'm picking up as I go.
There you go, man. Gotta look at them rock crawling rules.
Yeah.
Chalk under the tire, build it up. Hey, maybe if you don't get out of here in just a minute, they'll help you out on their way out. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna move over to the right side of the road. He got it unstuck. Well, there's the vehicle upside down. Folks, I'll get back with y'all in just a minute. I'm gonna see what's going on here. All right, folks, I'm back. I'm on the other side of the scene. We have a huge mess right here. We've got one down in the creek down here that's upside down. We've got the white car that's upside down there, and another car that's off to the left of the white car that's in the bushes. They've got people in ambulances. I think 2 ambulances that were on the other end one has pulled out maybe, and the other one is getting ready to leave, and they're going to get this person out of this vehicle. I think they're still in the vehicle that's upside down in the creek. We're not going to show anybody that's hurt, but we're going to give you a look at what's happening here. And our prayers go out to all the people that were involved. There's tires off of the truck, tires off of the car laying in the road. There's a dump truck that looks like might have been involved right here. There's a car off of the road right there, but I believe maybe everybody in it's okay because they're not having anything going on around it. But our brave firefighters and police officers and county sheriffs and rescue personnel, they're all on scene here, and they are going to do the best that they can to take care of the injured. And so one ambulance has already left. There you see that car that's off in the ditch over there. There's another car, the silver car, that's off in the ditch over here, and the white car. A little bit of hearsay. Somebody said that a car drifted over out of their lane, hit the sewage truck that is upside down over there, and then chaos ensued after that. So we're gonna walk back over this way and take another little break. We got the tow trucks back here. They're sitting back here ready to get the vehicles out. That way they can open up this road as soon as possible. Hopefully there was no death. If there was a death, there would probably be yellow tape up. They wouldn't allow me to walk up and down the side of the road, and things would be a lot different. But we're gonna take a little break and come back with y'all in just a little bit. Alright, evidently the big truck here was not involved at all. He was just a little bit sideways in the road from locking his brakes down. They've also let two other cars that were in front of him that were not involved leave the scene. They've extricated one person out of the overturned vehicle up there, and I believe they are fixing to bring maybe a second person out. They have a second gurney lined up there, and they might be working on bringing another person out. So there's somebody laying on the bank on the other side of the white car that's I think they just got shaken up. I think they are in the car that's down in the weeds down there. I think they just had to run off the road and got shaken up. Because there's not any emergency personnel tending to them, and if they were injured, they would be tending to them and getting them in an ambulance. Dump trucks having a hard time squeezing through out there. Officers doing a courtesy walk, letting everybody know an approximate time on when they're going to open back up, I'm guessing. That's nice to do. Got our photographer for the state or either the county on scene, taking her pictures for evidence. Oh, there's a big old 18-wheeler up there that's got to turn around. He's gonna pull on that road and then back into this one, I'm guessing. Get out of his way. They're getting ready to bring the wrecker in here to start getting these cars. So there's the silver one there, the white one here, and there's another one off in the weeds down yonder, and then the truck is off in the creek where that red pickup truck is backed up right there. They were using the truck as an anchor for their rope, pull rope. There's two more wreckers coming in from this direction here. So they're going to be moving things along pretty quick here in just a minute once they get the injured off the scene. I'm glad I don't see them marking with no spray paint. City of Loganville. Fire rescue. We got our engine 18 right here. Nice, beautiful engine 18. And then we got the car off in the ditch right over there. And I think they're still working on bringing somebody out. I'm not going to get up that way too much. You can see debris in the road. You can see tire tracks from the big truck. Somebody's tire laying right there. There's another tire back behind us. Up in front of that fire engine back there. We had another unit just pull up down there. Alright, they're still working on somebody over there. We're not going to show that. Alright, had to let my adjusters out. So I'm not having to carry my weight of my phone. I guess that big truck got turned around up there. But I think they're going to be ready to pick these cars up before they're ready to do anything back there. Okay, I thought they had a gurney out, but evidently they don't. So I'll tell you what, as soon as that ambulance gets out of here, we're going to walk back up that way. State Patrol is down here now doing some investigating on this vehicle that's down in the hole. That tire's ripped up. Alright, the ambulance is leaving because we don't want to show nobody that's hurt. That's not a good thing to see. Afternoon, fellas.
Hey.
Alright, I'm going to try and give y'all a first look right here down in the hole. Alright, I can tell you the record driver's going to have a time getting that one out of the hole down there. Let's go check out the record trucks that they got up here. It's Walton County Fire and Rescue. Walton County Fire and Rescue, Engine 13 Company. There's that tire I showed y'all. Taylor Record Service coming to scoop up some carnage. Give y'all a close-up of the name here. just in case you have some towing needs, you can give them a call. That is a mess of a truck down there in the hole. It looks like it went over the embankment nose first, hit in the bottom, and then moved, flipped over, twisting at the same time. That's a mess of a wreck. Got rolls of toilet, look like toilet paper. I don't know, that might be like printing paper for printing on a roll. I don't know, it's a plumbing company. It could be rolls of toilet paper. So they're bringing this truck on up through here. Hazmat, okay. This is the hazmat truck because that we're dealing with sewage that was in this truck that flipped over in the creek. Okay, that makes sense now. So let me show you what they got going on. It just clicked in my brain what's happening. Because I saw them earlier over here on this side of the creek putting in a barrier. You can see it down there on top of the water. That's a hazardous waste spill barrier sock that will absorb any waste, contaminants, bacteria, I think. Maybe some of you firefighters that's out there that watch my videos can elaborate in the comments and explain how those work. See if I can get a better look right here. Oh man, that was nasty right there. They hit some concrete that's on the side right there. That's bad. Got debris all over the road here. You can see where the tire tracks go off right there, and then bam, they hit that solid block of concrete head on down yonder. Car parts all over the road right here. That's a lot of car parts.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
What you doing?
I'm making a video.
Okay.
You're in the middle of an active crime scene, okay? You can't be in the middle of an active crime scene.
Okay, I'll stay on this side of the white line.
From that fire truck back past those fire trucks is my crime scene because there's debris to this entire area.
Okay.
So please stay on my crime scene. We're going to figure out a serious wreck.
Thank you so much. So now he's going to walk up and tell me I'm in the middle of a crime scene. And they don't have anything taped off. They never said anything before. So I'm gonna walk right back here to this vehicle. And I'm gonna stay right here. So here's the way it is. Nobody said anything to me previously, so once that somebody states to me that it is an actual active crime scene, no, I don't want to be in the crime scene. So, of course I'm going to leave when asked to, because I don't want to go to jail, and they will look for a reason to throw you in jail. And I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't walk back over here where I'm standing at and tell me that he said behind these vehicles. Maybe that's him coming now. So some of the cars that were in line, they've already turned around and gone a different way. And he probably took my picture, and now he's sitting in his car running my ID, seeing who I am. They have the facial recognition. They don't have to do the thumbprint, fingerprint scanner deal. They've got the facial recognition. As long if you're in front of them, in front of that camera, they're gonna know who you are. Well, I guess since I'm gonna have to be stationary, I'm gonna get me a extend my stick back out, That way I can just prop it on the ground. Sorry about all that fluttering around. Be interesting to see who's at fault on this one. My fingers ain't steady enough for that zooming in and out, sliding them across the screen. They jump too much, so I don't guess I'm gonna be doing all that. All right, folks, the moment y'all been waiting for is getting close. It won't be long and they're gonna have the tow trucks in here scooping these up. I think once they get all their equipment picked up and stored back away and do a final check on the scene, they'll release the scene to the tow truck drivers. All right, we're gonna come back in just a minute. All right, we got some of the units leaving. Got the truck that I was just standing in front of, he's leaving. And now we got engine 18. They're fixing to go. Let me see if he's got a bottle of water. Y'all got a bottle of water handy? Yes, sir. Can I have a bottle of water? I jumped out of my car at the top of the hill up there and walked down, and I forgot to grab one out of the back. Thank you fellas for all y'all do, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all y'all do. Folks, y'all just don't know how bad I am wanting some water. Oh my goodness. So good. I was so parched. I almost couldn't talk. Well folks, if you've watched up until now, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We're going to get these things flipped over and picked up here in just a few minutes. Ring that bell because you'll never know when I'm going to be dropping a video. Something like this happens. I didn't know it was going to be this bad, but I generally don't hop in the car, but I heard so many sirens coming this way. I didn't know if it was a house fire or what. And then I saw some Georgia State Patrol cars coming this way. Well, I knew it had to be something kind of serious then, so. Y'all doing all right?
Pardon me?
Y'all doing all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So that truck is going to be backing up going that way when he leaves, I'm guessing, because that's where his station is. They're fixing to get the flatbeds in here and get these vehicles scooped up. Now the ones that are still on their wheels, those are going to be fairly easy. But this one upside down on the embankment, that might give the tow truck driver a little bit of a hard time. And I know the one up there in the creek is definitely going to give them a hard time. Now they got the road cleared so this big 18-wheeler can get his cell phone through here with this other big truck. Jesco Transport. Hauling cars. SEC. Yep, they're clearing them one vehicle at a time. We now got all of the uninvolved vehicles gone. Oh, there's a big wrecker. They're going to use the big one to upright the sewage truck. All right, this guy. He's gonna pull this way. Oh, he's a big boy too. And he's a big boy. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Three of those big record trucks. I thought those two red ones were rollbacks. Getting the shade right here a little bit so I can see. Get a good look at him loading this one up. So which one is the green truck gonna get? The one that's overturned right here, the white one it looks like. He's going back up there. He's going to get the one that hit the block of concrete on the side of the road over there, I guess. Yep. Alright, so that state patrol just left that went and got in his car. They're doing a search of that vehicle. I guess you would call it an inventory. If there's anything valuable in there, they have to document it and log it. That guy's gonna reposition his. I can't be in the crime scene area, but yet this gentleman can just walk up and walk out there. Makes a lot of sense, don't it? I don't know what in the world he's doing. He's gonna go and turn around. They got one boom extended out down there. Let me see if I can zoom in there. Got one boom extended out going over to the sewage truck. Maybe he was just getting it up where the state patrol could look at it better. And now he's gonna flip that one over. That might be what it is. Alright, I see the vehicle that ran into the culvert concrete over there coming up out of the hole. I see a second boom arm with a line hooking up to the turned over sewage truck. Sorry about that, folks. Heard a vehicle behind me turn around and turn the camera at the same time. Evidently somebody didn't get the memo up the street that the road was blocked. We'll move up a little bit closer here. Get off that uneven ground a little bit. Sounds like an aluminum can. Collecting evidence. See things moving on that big boom over there. Getting some height on it. Tightening up their chains. I can't see anything. Oh yeah, I see the vehicle moving down there now. It's going to be hard for me to see though, because this black vehicle, maybe they go ahead and get it up on that truck, that green truck, and get it out of the way. We'll be able to see the other truck and see how much damage it has. So I think what this driver was doing, he got this one up on the road right here, and then I think that he flipped that one over. That one's going to go on his flatbed, and then he might be going to hook up his back bar to this one and tow this one. So based on location of the vehicles and damage done to the vehicles, I'm going to make a guess that maybe this vehicle right here going on this flatbed crossed the line coming this way. He was coming this way and crossed the line, hit the truck, caused the truck to go off-road. The black vehicle also got clipped and went off-road and hit the culvert, and this vehicle flipped as a result, and this vehicle here might have just went off the road and hit those two trees over there, and that might be how the front end got completely damaged on it. That's the most likely scenario based on what somebody said when I first got here. So don't know the definites, but I'm sure that you can get in touch with the county and get a copy of the incident report and find out all those details if you'd like. Here they got this one on this one and the other one going up on the other truck at the same exact time, and I can't show y'all both of them because one is blocking the other. So he's going back right up now. I do hope the driver of that sewage truck ends up okay, because that is a nasty spill over there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit, try and get y'all a look. It's hard when you zoom in because any little movement causes a big jump, so I have to be really still. But I can see something. I don't know if they've got it on its wheels, but I can't tell what it is. And I got to reposition here to get the shot because that driver pulled right there. Get on flat ground right here. All right. He's bringing in some special dollies. He's got some special dollies on there they're going to use to haul off the septic truck because it's damaged so bad. And this driver, once again, he pulls up there where I can't see. Well, so I'm gonna step over here by this Walton County car. think they've got it upright, and now they're having to do their clearing of the vehicle and investigating part. I hope they bring it up off the side of the road pretty quick though. Once again, a shout out to these towing companies. They do a really good job on cleaning up these scenes. No, they don't always get everything all the time, but I've seen these guys do a lot of scenes and they generally get everything that they can get that's involved with the accident. Now, they're not going to pick up other regular trash, but car parts and all, and stuff they know came out of the vehicles, they're going to get all that stuff. It already looks totally different. They're almost done. They've got that spot up there cleaned up and almost done cleaning up this spot where the two cars were right here. So alright, I see it coming on up out the hole over there now. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Alright, that's as far as I can zoom in. My pixelating or something looks like it's going kind of crazy with it zoomed in the way it is. I hope the video comes out all right. Come on, let us see what the truck looks like. So it is now going on 3:40 in the afternoon. I think that puts us at a couple of hours. Alright, had to move out of that guy's way. He's backing up. That way they ain't got to walk as far with the trash, I guess. Alright, so let me come back over here. Alright, I think they had to re-rig it. Get a cable in a different spot so they can get it to react the way they want it to when they pull. All right, we got some movement on it now. I can't tell if that's the front end, the back end. I can't tell what that is. It looks like the hood is up on it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's facing the right way. I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like the cab of a vehicle. All right, that is the front grille, it looks like. Sorry about that. Something made the ground shake. I was looking to see if all right, let me get back to the truck. Well, folks, this is the best view I'm going to get I can't get no closer, and I'm zoomed in all the way. That truck is messed up. They got it out of the creek though. They're going to be having this road opened up here in just a little bit, and I got to get up to the top of the hill and get out of here so I can get back to the house, because once they open it up, afternoon traffic's going to be bad. I don't want to be walking on the side of the road in the traffic. Folks, y'all remember, be safe out there. Be good to one another. Do something kind for someone. Y'all have a blessed day.